better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down and get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down when the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top of the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up.
Yeah, I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down and get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
Coach, some might say it's cold. Others, like myself and my partner, we say this is football weather as we welcome you to chilly M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore. Here's a scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. This one taken from the 7. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
Ready, six. Like six. I got it. 66.
They go to the former Saint, Mark Ingram. Ingram's got the first down and more. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first. Baltimore was the most run-heavy team in the league last year after Lamar Jackson took over as a starter. And you think about Mark Ingram, he goes from a situation where he was sharing time with Kamara in New Orleans. Now he figures to be the top guy in the Baltimore backfield, although I guess you could say he's kind of splitting time with his quarterback, Lamar Jackson. But a great veteran presence Mark Ingram is behind Jackson. Ingram now in his 9th NFL season.
He's crashing. He's checking cold though.
Check 50. Check 50.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jordan Willis, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. Gotta hope that's not a sign of things to come as they face an early 2nd and long. Here's Jackson to throw. He's got it to Ingram, complete. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 15. They'll run here with a former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 14-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Darnold. Flush to his right. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Jalen Ferguson in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. Jalen Ferguson has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And that'll hit and go out of bounds, so they'll start just outside their own 40-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
Jackson. Buying time to his left. He'll try and run it. Jackson always a threat to run. He's got the first down. He was the NFL's leading rusher among QBs a year ago. Everyone in this stadium knows Jackson can do that as well as any QB in the league. They talked about limiting some of his running this year, especially the design runs, but he's still going to scramble when he feels he has green in front of him. He led all quarterbacks last year, 695 yards rushing. And keep in mind, 80% of those came in the 7-game stretch when he was named starter late in the season. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. On the ground, it's Thomas. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. Their bread and butter is their passing game. After that last play, maybe they need to go back to that passing game.
But what's been good for them along the way is they understand their identity. They are a passing team, but they do like to mix in the run every now and then just to keep people off balance. Didn't work very well on that one, but all in all, I like their philosophy.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Here's Bell. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
The Jets with the football here to start the second quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd.
Here we go. Here we go.
Darnold from the gun. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow.
The Ravens
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
at their own 28-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
He's coming. He's coming. We got double up. Double up.
They run. It's Mark Ingram. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Pick it up. We got double tight. Double tight.
They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Now it's Crowder. That's a 49-yard punt, 8 though on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
That's good for a Jet 1st down, a gain of 13. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Darnold now to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it up, or you throw it away. Throw it over the side.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Patrick Owasor in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Now it's Ingram. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The tackle there by Brian Poole. You don't see that a ton, do you? The cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field, sees that the ball's moved to the middle, and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Gets it up past the 10 with a nice move. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score.
Yeah, baby! Yeah!
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend.
No.
On 3rd down, Mark Ingram. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Not the result they were looking for there on 3rd down. They end up taking a loss on the play. The only person happy now, the punter, gets to go out there and show Mom that he gets to play in the game.
Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play.
Le'Veon Bell, kiss him goodbye. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Le'Veon Bell, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Jets have taken the lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
The Ravens take over first.
Come on, baby, let's go. Dig tight. Let's go.
25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Watch his slant. Watch his slant.
Jackson from the shotgun. And he's got Snead. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1.
Mike 7. Mike 7. Mike 7. Watch the run. Watch the run. Mike 7. Mike 7. Seven's a Mike. Yeah. Come on, D. 7's a Mike. Mike 7. Here we go.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Gets this one to Hill. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Let's go. Let's go.
Nice throw there by Jackson. You think about what a boost he gave Baltimore the middle of last year. Led them to victories in 6 of their last 7 games as a starter, replacing Joe Flacco, who had the hip issue. And that strong finish was good enough for the Ravens to capture their first AFC North crown since 2012. But now Jackson's a known commodity. He's the unquestioned starter, and with increased expectations and pressure on the former Heisman Trophy winner, the Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
First red zone chance now for the Ravens. They have a first and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Check 25. Check. Lucky. Deuce. Check your hot read. Orbit. Mike 7. Hey, tighten down.
To throw again is Jackson. Escaping, and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Henry Anderson in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11.
3 down. Check 52.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Tucker's kick is good. So we're at halftime with our score 7-6 in a tough-fought first half. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Matt Judon make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
If there's any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels.
Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack. 3rd and long, it's Darnold. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Under 10, 10.
On second down, it's Ingram. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Now Jackson on first down. Steps away to his left. And he's going to keep it here. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Ready. 7 ending. 7.
Let's go heavy. Let's go heavy. Tell me what you got.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson. Roberts got it. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Quinnen Williams in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11.
Run the mic. Watch one. Watch one.
Jackson. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. From the gun, Jackson. Got a man. It's Brown. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from, working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Thomas has got it, complete. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. DeAnthony Thomas, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. So the Ravens will keep the offense on the field as they're going to go for 2.
It's our time.
They're going to run it left. And he will get into the end zone again. And he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7 as they come up 1st and 10. Bell, and he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Bell. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Watch the slant.
Again, it's Bell. And an alley to run. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say, 200 plus?
They'll try and run for it with Bell. He finds some open field here, and he's going to get this inside the 30. A Jet 1st down, 18 big yards that time. He's had his eyes on 7,000 career rushing yards, and with that last effort, he has hit that mark. What a career.
And that is the number to focus in on, because oftentimes we talk about where do they rank all time. We're not there yet. He's not knocking on the top 10 or the top 20, but over 7,000 yards in a career, fantastic.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. He was the leading receiver for the Jets a season ago. Robbie Anderson, 50 catches, over 750 yards, and getting more and more comfortable with Sam Darnold. Now a year plus under their belts collectively. You'd figure that those numbers for Anderson might be trending further north. To throw again on 2nd down. Darnold, and Thomas has it. First catch there for Thomas. It's a 1st down.
1st and goal, Jets.
Time. 49's the mic. 49's the mic.
Man out, man out, man out, man out.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough. Back now in Baltimore. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the 4th quarter. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Back to throw, Darnold. Eluding the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Darnold, a sneak. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
I know this is your spot, partner, so forgive me for jumping in, but there's no decision right here. They have to go for it in this situation. They're down on the scoreboard. How many other opportunities are you going to get?
Yeah, I'm with you. 4th quarter, like you said, down on the scoreboard. And remember here, a field goal virtually does them no good. Trying to wedge his way in there, no signal. I don't think he got there. He did it. They try the sneak, but not enough push. He doesn't get in. And the Ravens come up big down at their own goal line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work up.
And oh, he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble.
And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Le'Veon Bell. Touchdown number 22 on the season as they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. So you can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense. But when you turn it over, it changes momentum. And when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. He's going to air one out. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, 81 yards. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this fourth quarter. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the fourth quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
The Jets take over 1st and 10.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. They'll go again with Bell. And an alley to run. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
We're going to sign. 57. 87. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still. Hey, Haywood.
On 2nd and 9. Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jalen Ferguson in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack. On 3rd down, here's Bell. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on 3rd and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good-sized run.
A really good run, but how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on 4th down. Do you really have a play you believe in, or are you just hopeful? And you got to sell it to the big man before it gets called.
To throw is Darnold. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape.
Here we go, here we go. Touchdown. What we got?
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. Ingram's got the first down and more. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram, his 14th touchdown now on the year as the Ravens push further out in front.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness. You got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game.
Come on now, let's go.
So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. This is Bell. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And that's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Check 43.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Bell. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
On 3rd down, Bell. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him.
Here we go.
17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. He continues to have a big night here under the lights carrying the football.
And some guys prefer night games. For whatever reason, their bodies react a certain way. They love the spotlight. Maybe that's what it is. The best seats in the house, the ones where he's carrying the football for his offensive teammates. The worst seats, the 11 guys trying to tackle him on defense.
Mike's 49. Mike's 49. Keep it up.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
So the final seconds tick away.